We're back now with Senator Bernie Sanders, who is in Burlington, Vermont this morning. Senator Sanders, the president is going to address the nation tonight. If you were president, what would you say?
What I would say is that we have got to be as aggressive as we can in destroying ISIS, but we have to learn the lessons of the past. And that means we cannot do it alone. It must be an international coalition in which the Muslim nations are the troops on the ground. King Abdullah of Jordan, whose country has been playing a heroic role dealing with refugees and ISIS, made the point that it is the Muslim nations that are fighting for the soul of Islam who have got to lead the effort in crushing ISIS. The United States, the UK, France, Russia, Iran, other countries around the world have got to be supportive. But the troops on the ground have got to be Muslim nations. And I believe very strongly that we need to put that coalition together. We need to put it together as soon as possible. But I do believe we have got to learn the lessons from Iraq. I hear a lot of tough talk coming from my Republican opponents out there. They're really tough guys. But I heard that back in 2002 from George W. Bush. He was wrong. The invasion of Iraq was one of the worst foreign policy blunders in the history of this country, and in many ways precipitated exactly where we are today. So yes, we've got to be tough, but we have got to be smart. And that means an international coalition with Muslim troops on the ground, supported by Western democracies, with air power and other military efforts. But the troops on the ground to crush ISIS have got to be led by the Muslim nations.
That's the foreign policy piece. What's your feeling? What would your message be about America and the threat in the homeland security sphere of this conversation?
Obviously, we have got to do everything that we can to protect the American people. That's a no-brainer. And that means much tougher screening policies than we have right now. I think Secretary of Homeland Security Johnson is right. We should have more agents placed in other countries around the world. And it's not just Muslim countries that we have to worry about. There are other countries as well that people can slip into this country. Second of all, I think we need to do much, much better work, not only in our intelligence efforts, but in coordinating international intelligence. I think clearly Paris was an intelligence failure, and we need to be tapping the intelligence information that is being ascertained from countries all over the world.